Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 27 of Formcast. Episode 27 comes at you hot and quick. I'm just kidding. It's still hot outside, and I'm really not that quick. I'm very large, and I run slow. Anyways, episode 27 comes at you with some of my personal experiences recently in terms of content creation, and I kind of wanted to shed some light on something. And this is something that can necessarily work for content creation, but also just in life in general. Again, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for downloading near 200 downloads of the podcast. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. It really helps us out. We're nearing closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers every day. With that being said, content creation could be crazy, and you have to be flexible, and you got to make changes. And recently, I made a change on my way of posting TikToks. I've made some longer form TikToks, and it's a bit of a different type of style of content, more almost something that you might see in a podcast. It's more just like me speaking true emotion, true thoughts, relatable thoughts, in my opinion, and it seems to be going well. What I bring this up for is the fact that in content creation, you have to you have to jump, you have to take chances, you have to try things. If you don't try, you never know. So what I'm bringing this up for is that in life, in general, if you don't try, you don't know. And what happens is if you don't try, then you have FOMO, fear of missing out. Like you don't know, and did I do the right choice? Did I make the right decision in terms of not, taking my shot? This can be in absolutely anything, to be honest. But in content creation, I changed the way I did things, and it's seemingly giving me results. The other thing with this is, me personally, with the Only Up game that just came out, and I talked about this on my last podcast about playing viral games when you see insanely large streamers, all of them playing this game. I jumped onto that train. I posted some clips. I thought they were absolutely hilarious moments in the game, and they did well. They for me, it was like, one of them was at like 7,000 a few days after. Well, as of today, one of those clips, literally a week past its posted date, is now reaching near 110, 115,000 plays. So this is also something that was not edited. I didn't take a single second to edit. I posted it on TikTok. I put a caption, boom, done. That was it. Now, it goes without saying, I could have sat there. I could have sat for 3 hours and edited this thing and posted this and posted that, and maybe it would have hit 5 million plays. I don't know. But what I'm saying is I took a shot and just being like, boom, I'm going to post it. I think it's really good content. I think it's really funny content. It came straight from me. It's natural. It's not scripted. It is a true reaction to this viral game moment that I went through. And then all of a sudden it works. It's a combination of things, though. It's a combination of taking chances of making long-form content. It's taking the chances of not putting just stream clips up, but more just raw emotion and showing your personality and character as well. So I just want people to think when they listen to this podcast episode, take the chance, take the shot. You wanna quit that job and find another one? Go and find that other job and then quit the one you're in. You want to move? Well, make it happen. I'm also going through a lot of changes in my life where I just sold our home. Living situation is a bit uncertain given the market. We sold regardless of not having a home to go to. Obviously, still got a roof over my head, but not a home. And I'm using quotation marks on YouTube if you're watching. Not a home, just a roof right now. And that's really, brought a lot of questions to my mind. I just need to take shots on things. I need to sell without a plan. I need to make moves without necessarily knowing 10 steps in front of me, maybe just 2 steps in front of me. Maybe that means more happy moments. Maybe that means more pleasant memories. Maybe that means 25, 30 years down the road, you say, remember back when we made those moves and I made that and we did this and we went there? That's what I think people should want out of life. A life that when you're older, you can kind of just sit there and say, Man, that was great. I'm glad I made those changes, glad I made those leaps, and I'm glad I took those shots. It's the same thing for content creation. You look at your career and you say, man, I should have done that. I should have done that. I should have took my shot there, should have shot there, should have shot there. And before you know it, it's filled with regret and disappointment. So all in all to say, change up your content if it's not working. Don't be afraid of playing new things. Don't be afraid of posting new things. Don't be afraid of posting without taking 3 hours to edit one clip. I'll have you know one of my best clips is not edited at either, with almost 1 million plays. It was a Hogwarts reaction to the game. Go figure. I think people need to understand that we overcomplicate things without understanding why, or realizing that we are. So if you're listening to this and you can relate to the fact that, man, I've overcomplicated a lot of things in my life, not just in terms of like streaming or content creation or anything like that, but I've overcomplicated my work situation, relationship, finances, living, the food I eat, my health, whatever it may be. Stop, breathe, and don't overcomplicate it. Take some shots, make some moves, and be proud of that. Because it takes a lot of cojones to make moves when you're not necessarily sure what might be waiting on the other side. Making moves is healthy. Change is healthy. Change is good. Think about when you rearrange your bedroom, rearrange your desk setup. You feel this moment of freshness, this moment of motivation, inspiration, encouragement to go towards the next step. It's the same thing when you make bigger changes, but obviously it's going to be a little bit more risky, a little bit more emotionally draining. However, I personally think that itself is healthy on top of everything. If you don't challenge yourself, what are you truly doing? Take the shot. I guarantee you won't regret it. I know this was another maybe short episode, but as time goes on, maybe we'll make some longer ones. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Cheers.